Hello bass family and welcome to Everything Bass. Hey, we're moving on with Slap Groove 16. And this is an interesting one I wrote purely for a technique I want to kind of add, hope if you guys don't know already, add to your arsenal, give you some new ideas. It's also more aggressive. I wouldn't put this in a funk category of slap. This is more a rock or metal category, at least how I've used it. So let's get right into it. Now, one of the things you're going to notice is you're going to be plucking the A string. We're going to pluck the D on the 5th fret of the A. Now, I know a lot of people, when they first start, they think of thumbing only the E and the A and popping only the D and G strings, but you're missing out on a lot of cool flavors and cool tones. So what this sounds like when you do this groove, you're going to, let me play the groove first. I forgot to do that in the intro. I'll do it now. So that's a groove. Now why I like it is it's real machine gun, real aggressive. It's all 16 notes until the very last note, which is an 8th note. And there's a simple pattern that I think will make it easy to learn. So why don't I take a little different approach in teaching it to you this time and show you what notes are popped. So you're going to pop that aforementioned D, then you're going to go down and pop the 3rd fret C, go back to the D, go up to the 3rd fret F on the D string, and then you're going to pop the C to a C sharp, and then you're at the end of the measure. So that first measure is, you can get used to that. It makes it a lot easier when you're adding the muted thumbs because everything else is a muted thumb. And there's a rhythmic pattern here, which I actually took from a drummer. As he was practicing accents on a practice pad on his leg, he was playing this pattern, and it stuck with me, and then I just put music to it, and this is decades ago. So after every pop, for the first 4 notes you pop, you're going to put 2 muted double thumbs. And remember, everything's 16th notes, so everything's very even. Dot, 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 dot. There's no long pauses, there's no breaks, there's no sustained notes. It's just dot, 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 like that. So slowly, you're going to pop the D, do 2 muted thumbs, and you can find out how to do the muted thumbs by looking at my Fundamentals of Slap series. I forget which number, but you'll see in the title says muted thumbs, I believe, or muted double thumbs, something like that. Then you're going to do a C, 2 muted thumbs, back to the D, 2 muted thumbs, and then the F, and 2 muted thumbs. So that, just that much is like that. Now, to finish out the phrase and complete the measure of 4/4, you're going to pop the C, do 1 thumb, pop the C sharp or D flat, and then do 1 thumb. So slowly, let me play all of measure 1. See that? How it's just, and that kind of resolves it, or rhythmically makes it fit, the phrase fit in a bar 4/4 perfectly. Now, what about second measure? Well, starts the same. It's very much like measure 1, it just ends a little different. And so measure 2 starts with that same D. Now, after you pop that F and do 2 muted thumbs, you're going to go up to the G, do 1 muted thumb, and then kind of hang on this F. That's the 1/8 note. So it's held out longer than the other notes. And again, it's kind of the punctuation at the end of the phrase or in the end of the sentence. So second measure goes. So let me play the whole thing. And you can loop it and play it over and over again. And try it with all different tempos. I think playing it really slow is kind of cool. I think that's cool. Playing it fast, I think is also kind of a cool way to play. And it's at this time, and I might feature this in an upcoming slap group, but I do like also popping the E string. And this is going to seem weird because you're going to have to create kind of this hand shape where the thumb is in line with it, where you pop and double thumb the E string, and you get these really cool throaty sounds. I love that sound. Yeah, I dig that a lot. So it's something for you to play with if you have time to actually explore new slap ideas, and this is something you haven't done. I really encourage you to do so, because once I got this kind of technique down, I could even put it in on a funk tune. I put in maybe a little bit of a lick at the end of a chorus or something like that by using this muted double thumb and popping on the low strings. It's got a really cool sound, comes across great live. All right, so that is Slap Groove 16. Now I'm moving on to I guess a lesser known. I mean, hardcore guys into like more aggressive slap and know about this for a while, but perchance you don't. And the band is Infectious Grooves. The album, and I always struggle with this, is Sarsipius's Ark. Sarsipius's Ark. And for the sake of this, I took it from the limited edition version. And you can find it still on Amazon. You can find it on different places that sell CDs. And of course is available on different streaming services. Now this features our great friend Robert Trujillo before Metallica. And I became aware of it because of a student. I was teaching at Musicians Institute, and a student showed me their cover, Infectious Grooves cover, of the Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin. And it's got so much attitude and fire. And I heard this slap, Robert slapping, and I didn't know it was Robert at the time. And it was so just, man, aggressive and metal. It was heavy metal, and I loved it. And the tune really, and when you think of Led Zeppelin's Immigrant Song, it really actually supports slapping that bass line. I know purists will hate that I said that, but you know what? Be open-minded. So that got me into that one track, and then of course I started exploring the album. And there's songs like Turtle Wax, where Trujillo gets to show off his fingerstyle funk sound, which is phenomenal. And that's a lot more in the funk category. Slow Motion Slam, love this tune. You have to check it out. It actually quickly surpassed, because for a long time I just loved their Immigrant Song cover. And Slow Motion Slam, as I got into the album, that became my favorite track on the album. They do a cover of David Bowie's song Fame, and it's so cool. It is just, what did someone say? It's vibalicious. It's just got so much attitude and vibe, and I love it so much. It should also, pay some respects to Robert Trujillo. He also co-produced this album, and it's a great album. I believe it's a concept album by the way they have these really cool short songs and the character Sarsipius. It's very, very hip. If you're looking something fresh, if you're a slapper and you feel like there's nothing new, maybe something old is where you should go and check out Sarsipius's Ark, the limited edition version. It's phenomenal. It's great. And Robert, my hat's off to you. I think that's a great recording, and I love what you did with it. And I love the production on the album too. Good job. All right, Slap Groove 16, Infectious Groove, Sarsipius's Ark. And that's it for today, guys. I really appreciate what you guys have done and how the channel's grown, and everyone's input's phenomenal. If you could do me the solid of going down and hitting the subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're so close to 900 subscribers at the time of recording. And of course, the big white whale, the thing that we're all shooting for, is to get over 1,000 subscribers. So please, if you have a moment, just scroll down on your screen, find the subscribe button, hit that, and hit the little bell icon, and you'll actually be notified when I upload videos, which is on the weekends normally, and occasionally special videos I'll put up during the week. And of course, if you want the material for this, if you want to see the actual tablature and standard notation for this groove with all the marks about when I'm palm muting, when I'm popping, things like that, you can go to the description of the video. You'll see a link to my Patreon page. You go to my Patreon page. If you become a Backstage Pass subscriber, for $8 a month, you actually can download all my material. You don't have to pay $8 for every video. No, $8, and you can download the sheet music and any play-along tracks to every single video I post. And that would do me an honor, and it would help me grow the channel. So thank you guys. I look forward to playing for you again. I look forward to our time together. I look forward to your comments. They just mean so much to me. I just have a lot of time right now, and I enjoy being able to get into these really cool conversations about the thing I love most, which is bass. All right, guys. I'll see you at the next video.